सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
At night, they was feeding the twins when Jungkook walked in and closed the door behind him. They act normal all the day, ignoring him, making him feel guilty even more, as his face lost the color they had after coming back home with him and the twins. He sat beside they and stared at their back before toward they slowly and continuously they as he felt his chest touching their back. Did they sleep? He asked, putting his chin on their shoulder and looked at Taekook, baby, who was on the bed, and they was patting him to sleep while their own baby was having his milk. They didn't reply to him, but feel shy that he was watching they like this, as it was months ago when they last, and the hesitate they feeling. Jungkook could feel he smile and kiss their cheek before getting out of the bed and pick up Taekook in his hand. He looked at Tae, who was getting on the bed to put Theon beside his brother as he was also sleeping by now. Jungkook tried to take the baby and pull his hand away and walk toward the while Jungkook stood there pouting at his angry face. As they was walking toward the bed, he held the wrist and pulled it toward him, the feeling in his arm, but he held it tightly. Leave me. I'm sorry, my love. I don't know what had gotten into me that I talked to you like that. When I know you always thought about me before yourself. I'm really sorry, my life. Please don't get angry. I can't stand your anger at me. He pleaded and pulled back and cupped their face. I was terrified that you will leave me, or worst, make me to choose, which I can never do. Before, only the thought of losing you made me crazy, and now our sons have all mine, and you don't know nothing is going well between me and Sana. Everything is still messed up, even more now. I don't know what to do. I hurt her too much, and I don't know how. I ask her to forgiveness, and you also going mad at me. Get me blank. I'm sorry. A long tear escaped his eyes as the gripped his heart. He was torn apart and didn't know what to do. He wanted to go after Sana and ask for help before leaving there alone with their twins would be wrong, and that was the main reason. He wanted to take them to the Seoul so he could be close to both of his wife and take care of them. This sign, the depression look on his face, made his head as he could not himself angry at him any more. Throwing their arms around him, they pulled him in a hug. You know, I always support you. I will always love you, Cook. I'll never put you in a position where I know you will break. Trust me. I love you, he whispered, kissing their hair. I love you more than anything. They whispered, gripping his back shirt tightly. They pulled back and cupped his face and kissed his tear-stained face. His eyes, cheeks, nose, and then his lips. They softly kissed there while he stood there, feeling the love which always made him strong. They pulled back as he put his head on his chest. Jungkook stood there, holding there while his eyes were shut close. He was feeling some kind of weird. Even being with Tae something was disturbing in his heart. He already made up his mind that tomorrow, with Tae and twins, he will go back to Seoul, to Sana, and talk them. He had to apologize to her everything. He was thinking about Sana when his phone rang and he pulled from Sana. We should end this. There is nothing I can do. He finally declared as he was irritated by her clingy nature. You can't do this to me. Sana screamed, holding his collar while tears were flew from his cheeks. Listen, Sana. Whenever happened has happened. We can't do anything now. he said in calm and soft voice while holding her wrist. We can. You can't deny. You love me. You can't agree with your parents. They are my parents. I can't refuse them. He firmly said and looked away. Sana's eyebrows rose. Tell me the truth. Do you love me? Or this engagement you're going to do is your own choice? Am I right? She asked as she felt hurt sinking. He turned to her with a smile. I always engaged to her since childhood. She is the only one who is going to be my wife. Then why did you hang me all the time? Why? She stopped as a tear found it, and realization. You only want to, he said, frightened to know the answer. It's all like he tried to justify, but as a range from his from all form. Sana slapped his face. Don't dare to lie. You, after everything for me, you're. Don't you dare to raise your voice, hand on me. And I have the snap. Nothing from you. Whatever happened between us happened with both of, he said, gritting his teeth. Sana felt her heart breaking. Sana lowered his head as she could not fight with him. She had to get him back. She lost everything because of herself. She backed, crying out painfully, placing her head on his chest. He rubbed her hand, feeling bad for her, but he can't do anything, as he always knew he was married to his cousin, whom his parents had chose a long time ago. Sorry, baby, but you have to understand. My parents will never agree to our marriage. He tried to make her understand softly. She pulled back, looking into his eyes. Will you run far away from everyone? I only want you, she pleaded as she felt she can convince him, looking into his soft eyes but turned hearing her. Are you out of your mind, do you think? I will leave my family for you, who leave his husband. Jekyll except his mouth, which tried to stop. Besides, he will disown me. Sehun, we don't need their money. We don't need anything then. She again tried to make him agree. True, she was somehow who can live her life without. Sana was never from a high class family background. She was from an upper class background, which of decent, with a couple of cars and their family, but still spoiled by her parents, as she will get everything soon as she asks something. But I won't. How can you think I will leave everything for you, my family, my properties, and more important to me than you? He snapped, and Sana stumbled back. Tears again started falling from her eyes. I can't live without you, she whispered while sobbing. It's your problem, not mine. Please, spare me. He stepped back from her and turned to leave, but stopped. And if you have any shame, then don't dare to contact me again. With that, he walked out of her life. Sana fell on the ground, crying her heart out.